How you doing today?
Good, nice to meet you. I was sorry to hear that Taylor couldn't make it today.
Yeah, he really wanted to, but he should be able to come to the next one, hopefully.
I understand, you all are very busy people. Speaking of that, I want to make this meeting short and sweet because I know that you all have a lot that you have to do. So I'm sure that Taylor gave you a little bit of information about our meeting. I just want to come and sit down with you because I know that you are the big decision maker and you're the big boss.
Yes, yeah.
So what I wanted to do was actually bring these earplugs to you so you could try them for yourself, to see if there's a way that 3M can make your life easier and the life of your employees easier. Taylor told me that you all have been having a couple of issues with employees in the current earplugs that you're using, so I just want to get some feedback from you about what you have been hearing from your employees.
I know that there is some issues going around with ear infections. Like occasionally, we get like a few STS cases, but I wouldn't consider anything overly dramatic.
And do you know about how many of your employees take off sick per se?
Like in regards to ear issues or just in general?
Well, both, because some of the issues might actually be ear complications, but if they're not specifically reporting what they're taking off sick from, you might actually have a few more cases that are contributed to ear issues than you realize.
We do have maybe about 1 or 2 people calling off.
Okay.
That I can think of in regards to more like serious sicknesses where that would have to be reported every month or so.
Okay. Have your employees sent in any complaints about the earplugs that they're using?
I know that sometimes dust can get inside of them, like when they're rolling them and everything, to be able to put them in their ears. That is an issue that's came up in the past. If their gloves that they have on are already dirty, and that can definitely slow down the working process. Like if they were to have to go get new gloves and everything.
So I'm actually glad you brought that up, because speaking of rolling with dirty gloves, these earplugs actually come with grips that are not actually a part of the plug that goes in your ear. So even if their gloves are dirty, it doesn't get on the part that's actually inserted in. If you would like to hold them and look at them for yourself, they do come with a little carrying case which they can hook onto their belt and stuff like that, so that keeps them from falling. As you can see, they have the string that goes around their neck and things like that.
Yeah.
So as you're looking at them, are there any concerns that you're having, any questions?
Not any concerns, really. I see that there are like some ridges in here. Is there any chance that anything could get like lodged in the ridges?
Oh, no. As a matter of fact, the purpose of the ridges is to adjust to the size of the individual's ear. Everybody's different. And so based upon the size of the ear canal, they can push them in as far as they need to go. And as a matter of fact, how have y'all had any problems with OSHA in the past?
I wouldn't consider it problems because like the earplugs we use right now, they are within OSHA like standards of regulations.
Okay.
So.
I was gonna say, as in regards to the actual size of the earplugs, one thing that OSHA does recommend as part of having hearing protection is that you actually have a hearing test for your employees to show them how best to adjust their earbuds and how best to wear them to get optimal protection. So actually, we have a package like that, and what it would do is your employees would wear the earplugs, and we will play, loud sounds at different decibels, and they would adjust them, and the monitor would be able to tell when optimum protection has been reached. So what that does is lets the employee know exactly how to wear the earplugs so that they do actually have protection, and that's something that you cannot do with the earplugs that are just the regular cylindrical shape.
Okay, no, that sounds good. It definitely sounds like something that we could potentially be interested in, because I do see the benefit in that, but how much extra would that cost for that package versus the one that you and Taylor had previously talked about?
So the additional hearing test would be a $2,000 package on top of whatever how many earplugs you decided to buy, but we do already have a working relationship within your welding department, so we could actually come up with a package that would be more beneficial and holds in regard the fact that we have had this long-lasting relationship.
Alright, and then would I have to have someone on staff proctoring it when they do the ear adjustments, or does the
We would have someone come in when your employees are tested. We would actually bring in one of our employees to run the actual test, and that's included in the package. So that's not something extra that you'd have to pay for. And after your employees have had the test run on them and know how to wear their earplugs specifically, it's not something that would have to be continuously redone.
Okay, got that. And numbers wise, we're still looking at $96 a case? or-
$96 a case, and it's 80 earplugs a case. So for the 600 employees that you have, has that number changed?
No, it's still 600 employees.
So with the 600 employees that you have, I would say it would be safe to order about 8 cases, just because specifically you need about 7.5. And if you order the 8 cases, it would actually give you a few extra earplugs in case something happens. Someone loses them because they're not used to having them on them, things of that nature.
Okay, alright, that definitely sounds good. I think with the new package that's been introduced, I should still consult with my accountants and my finance team before going and making final decisions. But I would definitely like to meet with you again to maybe talk about the new earplugs a little bit further.
Okay.
So, you wanna take those back?
If you would like, if it would help in your decision making, it is possible for us to be able to do a trial of the earplugs so that you can get feedback from your employees to see how they feel about them, because they're the ones that are going to be using them. So I know it's going to be really important to make sure that they're comfortable.
Okay, and if we were to do a trial, it would just be maybe like 100 people out of like the 600, or
That's perfectly fine.
okay, all right, that might work for like one of the locations.
Okay.
I could definitely talk to some of my chief of staff over there and see who would be most interested in having to take that project on. But yeah, I would definitely like to meet with you again, if that's possible.
Okay.
Right?
That would be wonderful. Would you say next Wednesday at 10 o'clock would be a good time?
Yes, we could do Wednesday.
Okay.
10 o'clock.
And why don't you actually keep the sample of earbuds so that you
Okay.
can use them, share them with whoever your partners are to see how they feel about them. Maybe let some of your employees look at them and see how they feel about them.
Okay, yeah, no, thank you, I could definitely do that. All right, yes,
Thank you so much.
yes, we're looking forward to seeing you again.